Question number 13. Find the equation of the right bisector of the line segment joining the points 3, 4 and minus 1, 2. So you have 2 points 3, 4, minus 1, 2. Find the equation of the right bisector. Abdina nartham, you have a line right bisector, meaning it is perpendicular to the line and it also divides the line into 2 equal halves. So let this line be AB and let this be CD. So you need to find the equation of this particular line. So this is of the ratio 1:1. So what is your m is to n? Let us find the slope of AB. So what is the slope of AB? Let me call it as m1, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, minus 1 minus 3. So you have minus 2 divided by minus 4, 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. Okay. So now I know the slope of AB. What is the slope of CD? Let the slope of CD be m2. We know that for perpendicular lines, m1, m2 is minus 1. So what is your m1? Half times m2 equals minus 1. Your m2 is minus 2. So now you have the slope of this particular line. So you need another point to find the equation of the line. So which point can you find? This particular point. Because it is given that this is a right bisector. So you can use the ratio formula to find the midpoint. Okay. So let this coordinate be x, y. So the coordinate x, y is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So let me name them x1, y1, x2, y2. So x, y is x1 plus x2, 3 plus minus 1, which is 2. 2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 by 2, which is 1, 3. So now you know the point D, which is 1, 3. So for the line segment CD, you have 1 point and the slope. So you can find the equation of the line using 1 point slope form. Okay. So now the equation becomes y minus y naught equals slope. M2 is the slope of CD. M1 is the slope of AB. Adala M2 eduthukom. So you have minus 2 times x minus x1. So when I open the brackets, I have y minus 3 equals minus 2x plus 2. So when I bring everything to one side, I have 2x plus y minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. So this is the equation that you want. Okay. Question number 14. Find the coordinates of foot of the perpendicular from the point minus 1, 3 to the line 3x minus 4y minus 16. So you have a line with equation. So let me call this AB. Equation of this particular line is 3x minus 4y minus 16 equals 0. There is a perpendicular line from the point minus 1, 3. So ingerendu oru perpendicular line minus 1, 3. So you need to find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular. They want you to find the coordinates of D. Okay. So how do you do that? So let me call the coordinates of D as A, B. So in the A, B, we have to find A and B. So now I have the equation 3x minus 4y minus 16 equals 0. Now I need to find the slope of this particular equation. So I'm going to have y on one side and everything else on the other side. So what do I have? 4y equals 3x minus 16. Y equals 3 by 4x minus 16 by 4, which is just 4. So the slope is 3 by 4. Slope of AB, I call it m1. So what is the slope of CD? Slope of CD, let it be m2. So what do you know about perpendicular lines? m1, m2 equals minus 1. What is your m1? 3 by 4. m2 equals minus 1. m2 equals minus 4 divided by 3. So now you know the slope of this particular line and you have a point, right? So what is the equation of this particular line? You have y minus y naught equals m times x minus x naught. So when I multiply everything inside, I have 3y minus 9 equals minus 4x minus 4. When I bring everything to one side, I have 4x plus 3y minus 9 plus 4, which is minus 5 equals 0. Okay, now our goal is to find AB. How do you do that? You have the equation of this particular line and you have the equation of this particular line. You see that the point D is common for both the lines, which means this particular point lies on this line and this line. Correct? We can substitute A and B in both the equations. So we'll have two unknowns and two equations. So you can find both A and B. So eppadi pannalam? When A and B lies on AB. What is the equation of AB? 3x minus 4y minus 16. But 3, instead of x, I'm going to substitute A, minus 4 times instead of y, I'm going to substitute B, equals 60. So this is your first equation. A comma B lies on CD. So what is the equation of CD? 4x plus 3y minus 5. So 4 instead of x, I'm substituting A. Instead of y, I'm substituting B, equals 5. So now I have two equations and two unknowns. So I can find A and B. FD substitution method. So I have 3A minus 4B equals 16. I can either cancel A or B terms. So I'm going to multiply this particular equation by 3 and this particular equation by 4. Do you see why? So when I have 4 times 3 and 4 times 3, 12A irko, 12A irko. So I can cancel both 12A and 12A. So what does your equation become? This has to be multiplied to the whole equation. Okay? Don't forget. So first equation is 12A, 4 4s are 16, minus 16B, 4 times 16, 64. Second equation becomes 12A plus 9B equals 15. So what happens when I subtract? This becomes minus, and this becomes a minus. So this particular thing goes off. You have minus 16 minus 9, which is minus 25B equals, what do you have? 49. So B is minus 49 divided by 25. So I'll substitute B in one of the equations. I'll substitute it here. So I have 4A equals 5 minus 3B. So I have 5 minus 3 times minus 49 divided by 25. So I have 4A equals 5 minus, let me multiply this 3 inside. So I have 9 3 27, 2 4 3 12 13 14 with a minus sign. Don't forget this minus sign. Divided by 25. So what happens when I take the LCM? I have 4A equals 25 times 5 is 125. Minus of minus becomes plus 147 divided by 25. So A equals 125 plus 147 divided by 100. I'll just write it down here. 272 divided by 25 times 4. In the 4 and akkada kondu varan. Okay. So 4 and 272 gets cancelled. 4 6 are, 4 8 are. So what is your A value? It is 68 by 25. So your final answer, the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular is A, which is 68, 20. And B, which is, what is your B? Minus 49 by 25. So your coordinates are A, B. Okay? You need to write this down in the exam.